How are we doing, folks? Here, just doing the glow plugs. Tested all the new ones. There was a little bit of variation. One of these was, I think most, let's see, all but one of them was under, gosh, I can't even remember anymore. Anyways, but yeah, no, they're all tested in spec. One was a little bit higher and out of range than I would have liked. It was a little higher than an ohm, but anyways, and tested before I pulled this guy apart. Did test, and one of the glow plugs was still showing as good. The other two were just toast. So anyways, I've never done this before, but you know, basically first step I did was get rid of the vacuum hose that goes from your intake manifold over to here, and disconnected this guy. Normally this guy's screwed right here on these two holes, so took it out, give me some room to work. These bolts are all pretty damn easy to get to. I don't know, I mean, I've heard some people say they're an absolute bear, but yeah, I think I got all these out in under 5 minutes, easy. These lower ones, it helps to have a flex head ratchet, but the torque spec on those is so low that they're, you know, you just break them free, and then you can twist them out by hand, especially if you use a socket on there, just a little one for these lower ones where there's not a lot of clearance. Not a problem at all getting those out. Other than that, so once I pulled the intercooler tube out, disconnected that, got that out of the way. I did vacuum once I broke all these bolts free with a shop vac on the upper side and around, just to make sure, try and alleviate anything that might drop down in there once I pull the valve cover off. And yeah, other than that, pretty easy to get to this point. So what I'll end up doing is cutting back in here in a minute with another clip of what maybe she looks like under here, and as well as maybe once I got a few of these guys pulled out. Pray God they come out easy and they're not swole. Otherwise we could be in for some interesting times trying to get them out. One thing to note, let's see, there's 3 of those that are actual studs, not bolts. And those are the ones that are studs are just for this guy to hold your heater hoses to your heater core, and then one is the most forward one on this this side is for your dipstick tube holder, and so that's a stud as well. Other than that, they're all the same bolts from what I can tell. I'm gonna clean them, but yep, so those are out. And yeah, like I said, nothing very honestly, the hardest part was just getting this stupid thing unplugged. I just was pressing down right in the middle like you're supposed to, and it was just stiff. So yeah, I'll cut back in here in a minute, fill you guys in. Okay, back at this guy. So let's see here, valve cover's all off. That was actually kind of hard to weasel on out of there. I'm really glad I vacuumed the you know, upper part right above this gasket, because pulling that off, you know, even after I pressure washed this thing before too, doing this, and no matter what, you can't get rid of all the crap, but you know, that eliminated a lot of stuff falling down in there. Still had some stuff cleaned in there, or fall down in there. I cleaned around the sealing surface a little bit already up here, so I'll show you where I'm at. Oh, this would be nice for a topside creeper. I was gonna go borrow one from a friend, but kind of forgot to grab it the other day. So yeah, this is it. All the glow plugs came out amazingly. Perfect. No issues. I would recommend, if you ever do this, to have as thin of a wall of a socket as you can. So I've got, even if you had a 1/4 inch drive rather than a 3/8 on 10 mil, which that's how I'm going to put them back in. I think that's the way to go, because you just don't have the clearance with this width of this 3/8 up at the top, and it rubs a little bit. You come right up against this nub here on your connector, and then it rubs just a little bit right over here, and it's just kind of just tight. So I think I'm going to try to, I think I've got a 10, yeah, I know I've got a 10 mil on a quarter drive. So I'm going to put them in that with that. And since they only have a 14 foot-pound torque spec, yeah, it's not going to be painful. And before I did do this, I took a little bit of shop air, and right there you can see the hole where, right there, your glow plug goes in, and so that fills up with. So I filled that hole up, or that hole was filled up with oil right when you pull this apart. So I just blew a little shop air in there, blew that out at like 20 psi. Didn't splatter really anywhere, not a big deal. And yeah, cleaned that up and broke them all free, then came through and just pulled them all out. So anyways, I'll follow up with you guys here in a minute and show you where I'm at once I've got the new gasket harness plugs in, and talk to you in a minute. How's it going, folks? I wrapped up the glow plug video here. So I figured I'd just go through too what tools I ended up using to do all this. So yeah, I did actually use this guy to pull off the oil fill neck out of the valve cover. Obviously you could just use an adjustable wrench, but I just happen to have that and it fits perfectly. So what is it, an inch and a half. So sorted extensions, 3/8 drive, what is this, 11 millimeter, let's see, 13 mil, I think I used 10, 13, 11, and 12, yeah, so, didn't use many of the, these little guys here, these flex heads at all. Thought I was going to, and I just tossed them up there, but pretty much everything was socket use, so 13 mil, 10 mil, nothing that surprising, to be honest. It was really nice to have a flex head 3/8 drive ratchet to loosen all the valve cover bolts. I did everything from the top, and I didn't think it was that hard. Overall, I don't think this job is that hard at all. And I don't think it's that tight. To me, it's pretty open in there. You know, I was thinking back to, I don't know, let's see, around 2005, I had done spark plugs in a 99 Explorer with a 5-liter V8, and that was way harder than these glow plugs. So if that's anything to you, in my opinion, glow plugs came out really well. Oh, and I did use a little bit of baling wire. Basically, I used that to hold the hoses going to the heater core up and keep them out of the way. Otherwise, that would have been a little bit of hassle. But if you had a piece of rope or twine or wire, ratchet, I don't know, whatever, just something to keep those up and out of the way. That's what I did there. Here's the old ones. None of these plugs they all came out nice and easy. I broke them all free and then went through and started backing them all out, and then I pulled them out one at a time. So this is the order they're in association with the location here with the gasket. Yeah, this gasket wasn't leaking at all, so I hope the new one doesn't. Yeah, none of these tips are swollen. They just came out really well. No complaints at all on this. So I figured just let you guys see that. And yeah, nothing. I was really honestly planning for the worst, but nothing bad there. And then on reinstall, right, torqued them to the 14 foot-pounds. Didn't put any anti-seize on them or anything like that. Just tossed them back in, and then once I did throw them back together, I just ran an ohm test from that part of the gasket, so the outer part, the plug, to each one, and I got basically like 0.08 or 8, you know, anyways, 0.08 ohms. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And yeah, like I say, it's not a hard job. Pull out as we saw earlier, your intercooler pipe and a couple of things, but you know, I don't think, honestly, I'd rather pull this side apart than that one, because that air intake's a little bit of a biatch, especially with the alignment. Between that and then the turbo, there's just not perfect alignment with the air intake. So anyways, with that said, then I had to tighten. I had a slow little drippy leak out of the bottom of this Mishimoto at the hose, and I can't figure out why. So I adjusted the hose clamp that was on there and threw another one on there. So I don't know what the hell is going on there, but it's annoying. And yeah, disconnected my batteries. Obviously, that's why the little 8mm was in the box over there. And yeah, so easy job relatively. Just plan to take your time, and hopefully yours come out easy. I think I'm gonna go through and maybe just redo that other side sometime in the future here, because the shop that did that a year and almost 2 years ago now, I don't know, they probably did a fine job, but I want to test to make sure they're still working on their side. And that the valve cover gasket they got is definitely seeping. And right at the, seeping right at the plug. Yeah, the plug it looks like. So for your injector harness. But, yeah, so I'm going to do an oil change and, wrap it up here for the night. Oh, I was going to show you part numbers here. So, everything that I ordered through Diesel O-Rings website. You can Google that. This is just the harness that I threw back under there, and then the glow plugs. I actually had bought these at CarQuest a few, like back in June. And what else was there? It's really about it. And then there's your harness, so pretty easy. Obviously you need one of these tool wise, but pretty easy job. So I don't think people complaining about doing this job, I don't think to me it's not that hard, but I don't know. I guess if you have a bunch of seized nasty shit, it would be a nightmare. So with that said, have a good evening and talk with you soon.